What is going on, everybody? Welcome back, and today we are going to be talking about the 5 things you should do first when you boot up Ultimate Team on day 1 of College Football 27. We want to make sure we're not wasting any packs, any coins, any points. Let's hop into it. All right, we're going to start it off first with claim everything, choose nothing at the start. And what do I mean by that? Well, you're going to get some pre-order bonuses. So you're going to get 83 overall B&D Countdown player, a choice of 1 of 5. Countdown is going to be the promo that runs during early access. So I imagine this is probably a choice of one of the champ players of the first drop. And you're also going to get an 81 overall B&D cover athlete player item, a choice of 1 of 3. So that'll be Dante Moore, Kawan Lacey, and Malachi Tony. And if things work properly, or if they're available, you're probably going to get your crossover items from College Football 26 if you did that. So that's William Perry at D tackle, Brian Dawkins at free safety. You're going to get James Harrison at Sam linebacker, and Jeremy Shockey at tight end. You're also going to get 4,600 pre-order points if you pre-ordered that version of the game. So that's going to be enough to get you some packs. But here's what I recommend: look through the packs, see what has good value. If there's a platinum pack available that just gives out quick sell, platinum players that quick sell for coins, that might be your best bet. But you don't have to spend your points immediately. We've got some promos coming. I won't mention the leaked players, but the season 1 LTDs are going to be cracked. There's going to be some good Sunday spotlight players coming. So if there's not anything that you want to spend your pre-order points on immediately, nothing that you quite see the value for, and maybe just hold on to them. I mean, you don't have to use them day 1, but definitely look through the store, make sure you know what you're spending on before you spend it. Now, as far as these choice packs go, throw it out of the window if one of these guys is your favorite player, right? If you are a Miami fan and you want Malachi Tony, just go ahead and take it. But if your goal is to build the best team, you really want to wait to choose these choice packs here, because we're going to talk about this later in the video. We're going to run through some stuff that's going to give us some free packs, probably some B&D player packs, and we're going to start to fill out our lineup, and then you're going to have an idea of what holes you need to fill with these choice packs. And then one other thing I want to mention here is just make sure you get your login token and claim it. Don't quick sell it. EA did mention in the blog right here, it says you're going to get a countdown locker for free every day that you log in from the 2nd to the 9th. So make sure you check in daily. So make sure you get that locker. If they work like lockers from previous games, they'll probably all open at a certain point. There's also going to be I believe, a countdown player that you can get tokens for. So you're going to want to try and pay attention to where those tokens come from. And that kind of leads us into number 2. And number 2 is find the early access countdown field pass and prioritize it. Go into it, look at the rewards, what you could be getting. If it's not something that you want, then fine. But this is the first time-gated grind of Cut 27, is this countdown field pass for early access exclusive rewards. You're going to want to go in there, look through all of the objectives, and maybe even write some down so that when you're playing, you can focus on getting those objectives done. Get everything that you can from the countdown field pass before early access ends, and you lose the opportunity forever. All right, jumping over to number 3, nothing specifically mentioned in the blog about it, but it is just equally important all the same. The first thing that I'm doing gameplay-wise on day 1 is hopping into solo challenges. Not because they're the most exciting thing in the world, but because you're going to get free rewards to build your team and kind of get an idea of what those packs are going to look like for the rest of the year. Early last year when we were doing solo challenges and people were pulling LTDs, we knew it was going to be a fun year when we were getting LTDs out of those packs. So it's going to kind of give you a good expectation of what you can expect from reward packs, and it's going to help you, build, complete those goals in that early access field pass. You can just focus on goals in there, and you're going to get a lot of rewards, coin, strategy items, playbooks. One thing I want to mention about playbooks in the beta. So in College Football 26, They had one pack for offense and one pack for defense. I think there were 7,500 coins, and you could just pick any playbook that you wanted from those packs. In the beta, the playbook pack was offense or defense, but it just gave you a choice of one of 6 random playbooks. So normally, when you're doing the solo challenges, there are different challenges for different schemes: air raid, pro style, spread, etc. And you can pick one playbook from those challenges. Be very intentional when you do that, because if they keep that change in the store for 27 where you're only getting a random playbook, man, I opened like 4 of those packs in the beta and never got the playbook that I wanted. So be very intentional when you're choosing your rewards when you can, especially your playbooks from those solo challenges. And again, make sure you check objectives before you play so that you're racking up XP, you're stacking rewards, getting the most you can out of this early access gameplay. Because if you go to the auction house and spend coin on a player that you get as a solo challenge reward, and then you sell them back and lose 20k, 30k, 50k coins on day 1, you are going to be kicking yourself. All right, that moves us along to number 4, our second gameplay related thing. It's time to hop online and test our skills, but not in head-to-head seasons, not yet. We're gonna hop into the cut draft mode. Now, they introduced this last year, and it was kind of bad. You ended up using your team that you brought in. You drafted from a pool of players. A lot of them were worse than players that you already had on your team. Whoever you playing would draft from a different pool of players. It was just, it wasn't very good, but they've kind of revamped it a little bit here. They say, as a new addition to this iteration of draft mode, you and your opponent select from the same pool of player items. And if one player selects someone, they're out of the pool for the both of you. Solo drafts will draft directly against the computer. So it sounds like you draft before each game. It's very similar to Battle Royale in MLB The Show, where you draft a team and you try to go through a 10-win run. But in that one, you're drafting, everybody has the same tier of team, but different players. In this one, it sounds like you're going to draft right before your game, every game, have a new pool of players, have equal teams on both sides, and you'll kind of, the best part about it is you'll be able to try out a ton of cards while the card pool is light. I mean, I can go in there, I can draft Jeremiah Smith, I can draft Nick Harbor, I can draft, Dante Moore, Trinidad Chambliss, DJ Lagway. Any of these cards, I can run with them. I can see how they feel. So this way you're not spending coin, buying players that you think you'll love and then realizing you don't love them. And the best part is you'll probably be able to find some nice budget beasts in there. Again, not going to bring up anything specific from the leaks, but from what we can tell from the leaks, the days of budget beasts that are, 75 overall with maybe 81 speed, 82 speed, they're back. So we're gonna have some good budget beasts in there. So hopping into cut draft mode, not only does it let you get some online head-to-head experience that doesn't really count. Head-to-head seasons feels like it counts a little more. It's going to give you that experience. You're going to get to try a bunch of different players. So maybe you find some players you like that you're willing to spend some coin on. And not to mention, where is it here? When they talk about the Countdown Field Pass, it says the draft event will be live for Countdown. Engage here to make progress in the Countdown Field Pass. So there may be some objectives that you have to play cut draft for anyway to get through this Countdown Field Pass. So it's great to hop in there. And look, if I hop into cut draft and I play with a card and I was going to spend 60, 70K on that card before, but then I use them and they don't feel that good and it saved me 60, 70K, it's done its job already. All right, last but not least, the number 5 thing you should do on day 1 of cut, familiarize yourself with the new upgrade system. They've introduced cards that can be powered up. So you've got uncommon cards are gold, rare cards are blue. Uncommon cards are green, rare cards are blue. These are gonna be gold cards. So any gold card that you see, gold core card, that's going to be able to be upgraded, and I'm sure they'll introduce more throughout the year. But this new upgrade system is going to be huge when it comes to building your team the way that you like it and saving yourself some coin. Let's kind of talk about it a little bit. You're going to be able to earn skill points, And the way that you earn those skill points is through gameplay mainly. In the beta, they had a handful of power-up cards. It was all fake players, but it was like a quarterback, running back, receiver, cornerback, and linebacker, I think. And the goals were pretty simple with it being the beta. It was like stacking objectives let's just say for the quarterback, basically, it was like pass for 500, 1,000, and 1,500 yards, pass for 5, 10, 15 touchdowns, and play 5, 10, 15 games or something to that effect. And for each goal that you completed, you received skill points and you were able to go and do the dynamic upgrade path. Now, if you've played Madden franchise before, the dynamic upgrade by archetype is pretty much exactly like that. You're going to go in there, somebody's going to have a main archetype. So if it says East-West Playmaker on the running back's card, that's going to be their main archetype. But then they're going to have the other archetypes there, Elusive Bruiser, Contact Seeker, etc., whatever the other archetypes are. And you're going to, when you spend a skill point to upgrade, you're going to choose which archetype to upgrade, and it'll upgrade attributes related to that archetype. It gives you an example here. An East-West Playmaker halfback may focus on acceleration, change of direction, ball carrier vision, and juke, while a Contact Seeker halfback may focus on trucking, break tackle, stiff arm, and strength. So you can take a guy, let's say you have like a Chris Johnson, and he's already as shifty and fast as you want. Maybe you want to upgrade him down the Contact Seeker path and get his trucking and stiff arm and all that up. And what's really cool about this is that you're going to be able to use this upgrade system to unlock abilities for cards. So maybe a card comes out that doesn't have a super meta ability, but otherwise it's a great card. You want to use it. It's from your favorite team, whatever. And now you're going to have the ability, like it says right here, individual abilities and chemistries are usually limited by overall and or specific attribute thresholds. That means you may have to progress down upgrade paths before certain equipables become available. That means you're going to be able to, let's say, again, let's just stick with that Chris Johnson. I don't know why he popped in my head. Let's stick with that Chris Johnson example at running back. And let's say that armbar is a super OP ability, even more than last year. And it's just needed on every running back. But Chris Johnson needs 80 stiff arm to get bronze armbar early in the game, and he comes with 71. Well, you use that upgrade path, you upgrade his Contact Seeker, you get that stiff arm up to 80, and now you can put armbar on him. So you're going to want to learn the intricacies of this to know what you have available to you when it comes to building your team. And then, these cards are going to have overall and attribute caps. So when you're planning, look and see, how high can this card go? If it can go up to an 85, maybe I can use this card for the next month and a half. If it can go up to a 90, maybe I can use this card all the way until, November or whatever. If it only goes up to an 82, maybe this is a card I can expect to use for a week or two and then look to upgrade. So just familiarize yourself with it, and then you can build your team around your scheme. What do you want on your team? Do you want a strong arm quarterback? Do you want a mobile quarterback, a receiving running back, or a power halfback? Tall receivers or speedy receivers? Now is when you make the choice, and now that you've familiarized yourself with this upgrade path, you can kind of see what upgradable players you have, see if they're going to fit into that archetype, and you can start building your team. Now, after I'm done with all 5 of those things, I do think it is time you open your choice packs, you make your choice of cover athlete and countdown player, you throw them in your lineup, and you take a look and see, are there any glaring holes? Any glaring holes in my team? And then you look to find you not the best player at that position, but a budget beast. Find you some budget beasts, and if you're ready to hop into head-to-head seasons, I think it's about that time. So I hope this helped out, kind of introduce you to a little more of the newer features coming into the game, kind of the priorities you should have when you start. You don't want to make a mistake on day one that costs you down the road. So just take it slow, make your choices when you're certain about it. Get every free reward that you can, stack rewards on top of each other, and just enjoy yourself and build your ultimate team. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a great year. We're going to be dropping videos of me doing these things as it comes out. We're only about 10 days away. I'm super excited. So let me know down in the comments what you think about this. Did I miss anything? Is there anything else that you're planning on doing first? What are you looking forward to the most in Ultimate Team? I'll see you next time. As always, you're super appreciated. Peace.